Welcome you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I'm Adeni Ajishafe. I'm having the studio. You have suspects we'll be talking about activities yesterday concerning Afcon. It was a big one that yesterday. Olawale Peter is here. Let's have it.
Good morning, Adeni, and a wonderful performance, an excellent performance. You can see a lot of surprises coming up during this Afcon competition, and that's one thing about football right away. And it's not about what you had before, it's not about the history, it's not about the head-to-head you had before, it's about what is going on right now. Whoever thought that the likes of Angola, Cape Verde and Co. will be the one playing the quarterfinal, while the likes of Algeria, the likes of Senegal, the likes of Egypt, they are way home, if they are not at home yet. So it's involving, it's going to be very interesting. Let's see what happened at the end of the competition. I'm just happy about one thing, and those that we see as our threats, they are doing the job for us by eliminating them in one way or the other. But nevertheless, those that they are still in the race, they deserve to be there, and especially the Cape Verde, I'll give it to them. Then for the Ivory Coast also, I think their match yesterday, they won not because they are the better side, but they won because of determination and commitment. That's the truth. It's like when God is giving you a second chance to live. So you have to do everything possible to live to do the right thing, to live righteously. So that's what I think happened yesterday, and they play their heart out. They play as if their life depends on it, and knowing fully what happens to them the last time when they didn't qualify from the group stages before they do. They came in through the back door, the best loser. And don't be surprised, the best loser can be the best team in the competition. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes there. That will actually transform us straight up to look at the first story. Well, Cote d'Ivoire, they end the dream of Senegal. That's the first story we're looking at. Cote d'Ivoire ends defending champion Senegal's dream. Senegal were actually hoping that they were able to defend this particular trophy, but right now that dream has been cut short because the elephant of Cote d'Ivoire were able to at least team them. The team is Teranga Lions of Senegal in that very enthralling game, thrilling game rather, very, very tough one, where in fact, when they scored first, a lot of Senegalese fans were already saying, well, Cote d'Ivoire, they are out. But Frankesi penalty made a difference, and now they can smile. Let's go to the city of Abidjan and see how, or rather the entire country of Cote d'Ivoire, the celebration of all the Ivorians after that particular human performance from their team. Let's have it. Why some were celebrating, some will actually cry there. Football can be so painful at times. Just like biscuit, you never know where it's going to break. Well, some days ago, Cote d'Ivoire were struggling to even qualify. They had to wait for Morocco to help them beat Zambia for them to make it. But just said today, they are celebrating. You look at that celebration there. The whole city or the whole country went wild. That's the beauty of the game. when the incident happened last week and they couldn't qualify before they waited for Morocco to finish their own match, and there are a lot of riot, vandalization. So I'm not supporting what they did. But you know, in football, you have a lot of reflex action, a lot of emotions that you cannot control when it happens to you. The same people that vandalize the property are the same people jubilating and singing and wait for the quarterfinal. Let them not get to the semi-final. You'll be surprised that these same people, they will turn their back on them.
And begin to destroy things.
That's how football is. It is the emotion.
Highly emotional.
It is highly emotional. You can't even control when it will happen to you, how it will happen to you. Look at a lot of people jubilating. They are not collecting five kobo.
Not even dime from them. Just the fact that they are Ivorians.
So that is one thing about about sport, especially the game of football. And I knew it would be very difficult for the Senegalese team to win the match yesterday. One, they are playing a more determined, committed, dedicated team who happens to be the host country. And they got there by chance. So they have everything to play for their fans, for their supporters, and for their country. The number two, the Senegalese team, they scored the goal very early without having another resounding goal to make it 2-0. It would have been better if it ended 2-0 in the first half. And I don't know what happened to Cisse yesterday. If you watch the match very well, he started with his normal formation of 4-3-3. But along the line, towards the 70th or 75th minute, he changed the formation back to 5-4-1. To be more defensive. So the pressure was so much on them. And take it or leave it. In football, there's no how you defend or you pack balls for 20 or 30 minutes at this stage, playing against the host. There will be an error. There will be a mistake. Gone are those days that you can go away with it. But with VAR, I think you can hardly go away with it. And kudos to CAF. Sincerely.
So
kudos
far,
to CAF.
this tournament has been
clean. So, in fact, I think the EPL, that's English Premier League, they have to come and take a training from the CAF VAR. We've not had any incident of the VAR
is not justified.
No. They got all the calls very, very right. I think kudos to CAF in that aspect. So let's see how it goes. And the Ivorians, they are jubilating, they are happy. Let's see if they will do host and win. Maybe they will join the likes of Sudan, Ethiopia, Ghana, Nigeria, Egypt, South Africa, that have hosted and won the competition. They've hosted it only once, and they didn't win. It was won by Cameroon. So maybe this time around is their time to host and win. They've won it twice before. They won it in 1992, and they won it in 2015. Let's see this time around if they're going to get their treble and if they're going to do host and win.
But you're talking about that particular Senegal match. If you noticed, it was as if Cote d'Ivoire were more determined than Senegal. Senegal was playing as if, okay, we've arrived. Maybe were they complacent, or were they kind of, because if you check the statistics, that was the time I even saw 62-38. Cote d'Ivoire really came out after them. And I saw today, Mendy was saying, well, really, Cote d'Ivoire, they were determined against them. Even when they were leading Cote d'Ivoire, they were not giving up until that penalty changed everything, and they went into extra time, and everything went the way the Ivorians. But really, would you say that Cote d'Ivoire played better than Senegal yesterday?
Yes, they did yesterday. They played better yesterday. If you look at all the statistics, the possession, the shot on target, shot on goals, I think they are the better side. In fact, Mane is very lucky to have stayed on the pitch to the end of the match, because that reckless foul that he committed would have been a red card. But if you review it very well also, he went for the ball before the leg. So they look at the attempt first. So
that was what saved
him. So that was what really saved him, even though it would have been a clear red card. So what happens to
Senegal?
No, the Ivorian.
Okay.
It's the same thing that happens to Nigeria. If you watch our last match against Cameroon, we did not play because we have a good coach. I'm going to say this. We did not play, we did not win the match because we have a good statistic. The players played because they have a lot at stake. The players played with dedication, commitment. Look at Osimhen. Look at Terry Murphy. In fact, if they ask me to choose man of the match, I'll choose the first 11.
All of them.
All of them. I'll choose all of them. They are my man of the match. So that's the same thing that happened with the Cote d'Ivoire also. They played with determination, with commitment, because they know what is at stake. The first thing that will be in their mind is what we used to have in Nigeria those days. If you are playing the qualifiers, where do we play it? Surulere, National Stadium in Lagos. And if you are a player and you are coming to Surulere to play, you know what will happen to you.
Of course.
If you do not perform optimally, if you do not give your best out during the match, they know you coming out of that stadium will be very, very difficult. They knew what happens to them during the last match, and they knew this time around they have to really give it back. It is football is not a do or die affair, but if you are losing, let everybody commend you that wow, you tried, but you did not win. So I think that's what really happened against Cote d'Ivoire. I'm not going to judge their performance based on what happened yesterday. No, that's not their performance. It's like everybody have to bring out extra strength to make sure that they really win the match. And it's like the host country versus the defending champion. It's always very interesting when you have the two teams playing.
A big one there for Cote d'Ivoire. The Elephant will continue to at least, let's see how the Elephant will continue to at least blow his trumpet there. But good one for them, for the fact that they were able to defeat Senegal against all odds. In fact, no one gave Cote d'Ivoire a chance, but they took it, they defended it, and they worked after it, and it actually happened. Never give up. And like I said, football is like a biscuit, you never know where it's going to cut. And yesterday it went the way of the Ivorians. Now, still talking about our games played yesterday, let's talk about Cape Verde, as people call it. Cape Verde did well. They defeated Mauritania in their game. Cape Verde qualified for quarterfinal after 1-0 victory over Mauritania. It was a slim victory anyway.
Well, I don't think there's anything called...
No, I know why I said that, because Mauritania, in fact, a lot of people were thinking maybe Cape Verde would win like 3-0, 2-0, but they really fought hard. To get the one goal, it was a tough one for Cape Verde. Okay,
when you get to this stage of the tournament, it's anybody's game. It's 50-50. So what happened in the past will not really determine what will be the outcome. Yes, if you look at it on paper, Cape Verde, you look at them that, probably, and they have more weight based on their last performance at the Afcon than Mauritania. So that's just the truth. But I don't think it's a slim chance. And the one is they got a 3 point. They are moving to the quarterfinal, and they are recording their best record in the competition. So let's see what will happen. Maybe after this, they'll get to semi-final, and probably they will meet Nigeria, which we are battle ready.
We are battle ready. Talking about the Eagles there. If you recall, Nigeria played against Cameroon. A tough one there. We won that game 2-0. One man stood out. His name is the Lion of Africa, Victor Osimhen. Osimhen was actually taken for a random test alongside Moses Simon and also William Truss Ekong for doping. But right now they've been cleared, coming from CAF there. It's a good one at least. A lot of Nigeria were like, I was also that this thing will go against us, but really, now they are cleared.
Okay, I'm not really bothered. I'm not really troubled. I'm not really concerned when they said they want to take them for the doping test, and I didn't blame CAF. If I'm in their shoes, I would do the same thing, because if you saw what Osimhen did that day, he ran the pitch for 90 good minutes, not stop. As in, I've never seen that kind of display before. Dedication. That's why after the match, even the first goal that he gave the pass to Lookman, that shows that he's not selfish. He's a selfless player. It's someone that is looking for the glory of the team. Because other players, other strikers, they want to go with that ball. But he's not ready, and he's not even ready to fall down to get a foul or free kick. No.
So
you remember the popular saying in Nigeria, we die here. You don't go grieve for anybody. So he's not ready to grieve for anybody. So to me, the way he even jubilated after Lookman scored, you'll be asking yourself that, who scored the goal? Is it Osimhen? Or is it Lookman? Because
in fact, the entire squad actually were jubilating with Osimhen because he was the one that did the dirty job.
And after the match also, all the supporters, all the stadium.
He went to them.
He went to them and they were shouting and singing his name. That shows that they saw what he did. He gave it all out. So I didn't blame CAF for when they show also someone, how can you run 90 minutes non-stop?
Someone actually joked and said, well, maybe they've forgotten that Osimhen used to be someone. It was a hawker. He used to hawk on the street selling a particular product, which I don't want to mention, as on the street. So he's used to running.
to run
in Lagos.
To run after a moving
traffic.
moving vehicle in Lagos, to be sure that they didn't go with your money
and also
give
your
them
product
change and your product.
So
it is not
compare that with humans. So Osimhen should be able to do that. He only recall that particular moment when he used
also,
to do
if you look at what he has done, even at Napoli also, he has the same spirit in Napoli also. It's not a box nine per se. You see Osimhen in the midfield, you see him in the in the defense, you see him everywhere. It's like he has a free role. And he's a goal poacher, he has goal sense, he's not selfish. To me, I give it to him. So let them continue doing their dropping tests, they will find nothing against him.
And if you watch that game, also, as if we were more than, even though they dominated us, kind of, if you check the way Cameroon played, but somehow, Eagles were really, they were ready for that particular game. Just digress a bit from this match to Eagles and Cameroon match. Would you say, like you said, that the players came out to play for themselves? Yeah. What happened that they didn't do that in the other previous matches? Seems that particular match was like, no, we just have to do something.
Okay, and if you watch the Super Eagles very, very well, when you are expecting them to perform,
they are slow starters.
That is when, not even that they are slow starters, it's not about slow starters. Their opponent depends on their performance. Now, we've played 4 matches at this current Afcon. Our best 2 matches against Cote d'Ivoire and Cameroon, because of the rivalry between the 2 teams. That's the reason why you saw that performance. Against Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau, you saw our performance. Very bad, very woeful. I hope they will not make that mistake against the Angolan team that we are meeting in the quarter-final. So I think our opponent determines how we play. They determines, is it Cameroon? Oh, don't worry. We'll let them know that their Cameroon Pepe is nothing compared to our own. And Pepe, we have a lot of that rivalry. So that's why I think what we did against Cameroon and Cote d'Ivoire is different from what we played against Guinea-Bissau and Equatorial Guinea. So that's how I'm going to put it.
As you see, looking at that particular match there, fantastic performance from Victor Osimhen, getting that ball to Ademola Lookman. You see the celebration of Eagles. Really, they deserve it. The energy, the agility, everything was superb.
Even the scorer of the goal, Ademola Lookman, went to meet Osimhen to
jubilate,
to hug him.
You did this.
And other players also, they did the same thing. So that is what we need. We need a teamwork. We need to play like a unit. We don't need to be selfish in front of goal. If you don't, in fact, statistically, if you are a ball passer, look at KDB, Kevin De Bruyne, in Manchester City, for example. He doesn't score as much as Erling Haaland, but he's more value in the team more than Erling Haaland. That's why he's earning over $500,000 per week. So if you are not a selfish player, you know when to go for a goal, you know when to leave the goal for someone to put it inside the net. You do that. That is what I saw in Osimhen. So I'm very, very proud of him.
Let's have that clip again. We just in the short while. Let's just have it. By the time we come back, we'll take 2 more before we wrap it up. Sports can be so uniting, kind of. You saw Mr. President there shaking the hand of the
and watching the Eagles also. So I think it's a very good, just like you said, and football, it's something that unites everybody together. It is when you are playing football and as a nation or as a club, that's why you see everybody coming together irrespective of their tribe, their religion, the hunger, or the economic situation. Everybody will come together, and you hear people talking about, we bought a player for $500 million, and there's someone that if you check his account, probably has less than 1,000 naira.
Oh my goodness. Well, seriously, they've been talking concerning Nigeria versus that game against Cameroon, a tough one there. But looking at Afcon, this particular Afcon has been a big one because a lot of happenings there. Those teams like Egypt, Senegal, bundled out of this tournament. Cameroon out and all that. You look at Cote d'Ivoire, they were able to crawl in, and now the elephant is really making so much noise that the lion had to run away. What a match yesterday between Senegal and Cote d'Ivoire. Well, good one. Never give up. That's just the spirit behind that particular match for Cote d'Ivoire, or Ivorians. They celebrate with ecstasy across the entire nation of Cote d'Ivoire there. Right now, quickly, let's look at some result in the NBA. While we talk football, let's go straight down the Dunk and Slam sport. Some games we actually played earlier today. New York Knicks defeated Charlotte Hornets 113-92. LA Clippers actually they wanted to, but they couldn't clip the wings of Cleveland Cavaliers, who won by extra 10 points, 118-108. New Orleans Pelicans 112. They lost by 6 points against Boston Celtic. Brooklyn Nets 147 to defeat Utah Jazz to 114. Phoenix Suns scored 118 rather, as they actually did well against Miami Heat, who got 105. San Antonio Spurs, they were behind by extra 5 points as they scored 113 against Washington Wizards, who won that game 118-113. Minnesota Timberwolves actually won by extra 6 points, defeating Oklahoma City Thunder by 107-101. Sacramento Kings, they show why they are called the Sacramento Kings. They defeated Memphis Grizzlies by 103-94. While Los Angeles Lakers, their king LeBron James got 25 points against Houston Rockets, where they won that game 135-119. Well, defeating Los Angeles Lakers, who actually defeated Golden State Warriors. So what a way to pay back. Dallas Mavericks, they were maverick enough, 131, extra 2 points to win against Orlando Magic, who the Magic actually went to sleep. They went to sleep by extra 2 points to lose that game against Dallas Mavericks, who won by extra 2 points. They are giving you update concerning the result of the NBA over there in America. And before we go, let's talk about our own league football. Well, this time around, we talk about Eyimba against Rivers United. That match will be coming up today. Who wins this game? Rivers United versus Eyimba. A rescheduled match that also have been played on Saturday or Sunday thereabout, shifted till today. Well, this game will be coming up, and Rivers Eyimba. If you check head to head, Rivers have been having an edge over them, but anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen, but there's this tradition in football that gives the team with an upper hand, and the tradition is about, if I'm better than you, the number of times that we've met, I'll go into that game with that confidence that, okay, I have more wins more than you. Then those that are coming also, like the Eyimba, they'll look at it that, oh, okay, we have nothing to lose. If they win us, they've been winning us before, but you can come in and spring surprise. So it's going to be an interesting match. We're talking about two giants of Nigerian Premier League. We're talking about past winners of Nigerian Premier League. So it's going to be a very good derby to watch, even though Rivers and Aba, it's not that they're that close, but it's going to be a very interesting match to watch. But to me, I think the best Eyimba can get is draw. The best
Eyimba can get is draw. And if you look at the analysis you just gave now, same thing happened between Cote d'Ivoire and Senegal. It seems Cote d'Ivoire had more chance, or rather head-to-head win against Cote d'Ivoire. So really, that particular analysis can work because you continue to believe in yourself that you can do this. So for Rivers, they can actually believe that they can also defeat Eyimba. But Eyimba knows that they need this to get more points. And Rivers also, they want to add more because it's their rescheduled match. They are trying to meet up by gathering more points before others will resume. A big one there, talking about the MPFL fixture between Eyimba International versus Rivers United. A big match that will be coming up in the MPFL. But for Afcon, it has been a roller coaster because you've seen teams that you never expected. The likes of Cape Verde doing so well in this competition. Angola, Nigeria, we just have to appreciate the fact that Eagles are still giving us that vibe that we are waiting for. Hopefully, they give us more of that on Friday when they'll be facing Angola in their match. Well, it's been a wonderful time with Olale Peters in the studio. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Adeni. It's my pleasure being here talking sports with you on 360 Sports on Trust TV.
That's why I say you should just be a commentator, maybe. And meanwhile, let me add to it, you actually look sharp there.
Yeah, you know, when you are putting on blue is the color.
No, let's not go to that blue color. Let's not go to that blue color. Okay. But you look sharp.
You complimenting me. I have to say it. Blue is the color.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
You also have some sparks in the studio here. I'm Adeni Ajushafe. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.